Hello there and welcome to 5 First Impressions. This is a series where I take a look at 5 games that I recently played for the first time and give you my thoughts. First up here we have Boss Monster. This is a dungeon crawl style game where you are playing cards, trying to lure heroes into your dungeon to their ultimate demise. And I found it to be okay. What drew me in was the very obvious Nintendo Entertainment System style pixel art. And unfortunately, the game is just okay. I give it a 6 out of 10. I didn't find the choices all that interesting, and in the end, it felt like multiplayer solitaire. The really only interaction you have with other players is recruiting those heroes. So 6 out of 10 from me for Boss Monster. Next up here, we have New York Slice, which is a pizza-style game. It even comes in a box that is shaped like a pizza box, and it's an interesting I split you choose game, so one person splits up the pie, everyone else grabs a slice, and then you score points at the end for having a majority of certain slices. You lose points for anchovies and a couple other rules as well. But I wanted to like it more than I did, so it's just a 6 out of 10 from me. That is New York Slice. Next we have a party game, Things in Rings. This one is interesting. You have a Venn diagram of sorts where you are trying to play cards in to figure out what the rules are. Only one player knows what the rules are, and you're just trying to figure them out as you play cards that represent different objects. This is one that I think makes the unfortunate mistake of having the default rules be competitive. Concept does this as well, and I just don't understand why some party games do this. Because it feels so much better as a cooperative game as opposed to competitive. So if you play this cooperatively, it's a lot more fun to just try and figure out what the rules are. So that is Things in Rings. I give it a 7 out of 10, primarily for the co-op variant. Next up, we have Too Many Cinderellas. This is a very small card game where you are playing cards to try and figure out who Cinderella is, or rather, who it isn't, because each card you play eliminates a certain group of candidates from being able to be the proper winner. And so you're trying to be the one holding the card that matches at the end, matches the conditions, rather. And I found it interesting and novel, but just a 6 out of 10 because I don't know if there's too much else going on there outside of the novel concept of a small card game. And last but not least, here we have Spectral. Now, this is one that I was a little hesitant about at first. I think, unfortunately, the theme gets in the way of this one, which I looked it up and it was a Kickstarter game, and that seems to be a common trend that I'm noticing with Kickstarter games is sometimes the theme just gets in the way. Like, you don't need to try that hard in some places. So once you get past that and actually figure out the rules, it's an enjoyable deduction game where you are trying to find gems and also avoid traps. But the layout is different every time. You have a kind of clue-style notebook that you use to keep track of things. And it is enjoyable. There's a slight area control mechanic where you put your agents, and you want to make sure that they don't end up near traps or they will be removed and not earn you any gems. So in the end, I did like it. It's just unfortunate that theme gets in the way on these a bit. So 7 out of 10 for Spectral, and those are my thoughts on these 5 games. Let me know yours in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you in another Board Games, Bricks, and Hobbies video. Take care.